straight, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Golden Gophers will kick it away first. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense heads onto the field for the first possession of this game. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground. It was amazing. It wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field.
Turning it on! Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Notre Dame now facing 3rd and inches. Quarterback on the keeper. Got room at the 35. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Complete to the right. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. They'll run play action. Now he's going to break the pocket. And they're able to keep him from scoring as he's guided out of bounds at the 5. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air, it's Carr. Makes the catch. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to pass. Into the end zone. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
So Minnesota's offense will get the ball for the first time. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got some space. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Golden Gophers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Motion from the wideout. Hand off from the shotgun. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll go to the toss. Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll give it to the back. At the 35, he's got room. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's who fires one high and deep. Catch and stride inside the 15. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wide open downfield. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. They've gotten right on the cusp of the end zone. They still need 2 yards. Will they try to bang it in with a run or go over the top? That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. He splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From inside the 10, here he comes. Slips through the line. He's got it out. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get it. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
That's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Virginia Tech is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Michael Vick should never be counted out of any game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to South Carolina. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Well, that's a great job getting the sack on the blitz there. And one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to pride themselves on defensively is hard-nosed, tough football, especially in the front seven. And linebackers that can play downhill and not just make plays in the running game, but get in the backfield and blitz the quarterback. And you saw all of that from him right there.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here come the Irish back on offense. They've come out red hot already with a 14-3 lead. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown Notre Dame! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch as they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Grabbed behind the line, it's Smith. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Trying play action. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. That's reeled in. It's Smith. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. The Golden Gophers are rolling down the field. Going with the ground game left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. On the run, it's trouble. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in this?
Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. And the Golden Gophers will bring the punt team onto the field. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Scanning the field, it's Carr. Caught in the backfield, it's Parker. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Larson. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Complete to the left. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? From the gun, running back gets to give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on third and short. Finds his tight end. Breaks into the open. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw for it on third and goal. Bringing the heat. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. No good. Well, the field goal didn't quite make it through, but still an 18-point game. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They've got to find some answers on this drive, already down by 18 in the second half. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, that's their third sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point of the game.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Hauls it in at the 40. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Oh, they're after him. They get to him as he throws.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside, defense.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
You just got to have better concentration if you're the wide receiver. I know it feels like a routine completion. You still got to get 2 hands on the ball and look it in. That's a bad drop.
Quarterback adapted. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He makes a fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. Snagged in the middle, it's Johnson.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws, turn into long gains because of his ability after the catch. It's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Runs through a tackle. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. And the Golden Gophers come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Bravo. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab down the middle. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Gives it on the option. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert third down. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. Knocked down at the 22. That's a first down, and they can still stop the clock.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. One drive has already ended with a field goal. They'll try to do it again, this time a rather long one from 46 yards out. It's good. That'll trim the deficit to 15.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking for a gap. It's Parker. Got the first down and still on his feet. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. The give to the back. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in South Bend going on. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? With that said, Let's send it back to the fellas there in the shadows of touchdown Jesus.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. What a move to get home for the sack. When the Irish get to the quarterback, sometimes you think Rudy, but this time you think a dude.
A dude. And listen, the more guys you get like this that can put his hand in the dirt and go get the quarterback, the easier it becomes to call defense. That guy is an absolute stud.
Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here come the Irish back on offense. Caught over the middle. It's Hilton. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. On first and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. They'll play it safe and try for 3. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. He got it. And that lead grows even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Scrambling away. At the 35, he's loose. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. To the air on first down. He's got him. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. It's first and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Smith. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Gophers.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. Dropping back, it's Carr. Finds his man, it's Parker. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Second down, he'll throw it. Here's a heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Now the play fake. Here's the pressure. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. The Irish send out the punt unit. Wants to bring it back. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable in its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. The lone back's got it. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intent.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Man, this poor quarterback, he's got no time. You got to protect your quarterback. You got to find different ways to do it. Sometimes it's not working with 4 wide receivers. Maybe you bring in a couple tight ends, go max protection, more guys blocking, less guys in routes, but you got to find something to have success.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Pressure coming. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the 1st down. The Golden Gophers send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
Pulls it in. It's Glass. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Back to throw. It's Montgomery. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
And on that 3rd down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, the ball falls incomplete, setting up 4th.
He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. He'll do it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So the final period starts with a second down play. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at 42.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
And the Golden Gophers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder.
Hits him in stride inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now on second and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Got the completion, but couldn't quite maneuver his way in. He'll be inches short of the score. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. And he missed it. No good. After the missed field goal, still down by 11. Back to throw, it's Montgomery. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Using the quick game. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Off play action. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. The Irish will need to move the sticks on third and long to keep this drive going. The sure hands, it's Parker. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Looking to throw on first down. Complete to the right. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. Notre Dame once back up near its own goal line, now on the move. He wants to throw it. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. The offense cashing it in on that drive. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Hall. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. The Golden Gophers are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wants to throw on first down. The short hands. It's Bravo.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Finds space on the right. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Golden Gophers are marching down the field. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. So now it's 2nd and long.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Johnson. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Punts it out of the air. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bravo. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Rushes on him. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like, they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
Makes the catch. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. The Golden Gophers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long. Looking for the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Minnesota!
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. throw off the RPO. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Quick pass on the jet motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Montgomery. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Hauls it in, looking for space. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And they got to the line expeditiously, spiked it and stopped the clock. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Lost one deep down the right side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. To the air on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack.
No gain on the play. Brings up 4th down.
After this, it'll be a wrap. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. All business today for this ball club. They come out, and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been